What's up, everybody? I'm Cyrus, also known as Ashland High, and I'm here in Cleveland, Ohio, and I just performed at the Grog Shop. I got the name Ashland High. That's actually Ashland's my hometown in Kentucky, and you know, I moved there when I was a young boy. I was like 4 or 5 years old, but still, like, I just have a strong connection with my hometown, and I don't know, I'm just proud to be from a hometown and kind of get to do big things in my life. You know, I like to let people know that even if you're from a small town, it doesn't matter, you know. I kind of like to, I add the high to kind of represent, you know, just being young, and kind of the high school in my town is called Ashland High. And I just want everyone there to know that, you know, even if you're from a small town, you can, you know, go on and do whatever you want. It doesn't matter, you know, what you dream of. Never let anyone tell you you can't do something, because as soon as you think you can't do it, that's when it's going to stop you, you know. Like, the sky's the limit, and that's just the truth. That's how I believe. So Ashland High is just about, you know, being proud of where I'm from, pretty much. This project differs. I think I'm just a little more grown up now. You know, with Metro Station, our only concern was kind of singing about just being young. You know, songs like 17 Forever and Shake It were just kind of young, fun songs, you know. They were just kind of about having a good time, and I feel like now I'm putting a little more, if you really listen to the message, like a little more story behind it and make it a little more personal. You know, I try to make every song about, you know, a girl, but I'm trying to work on my singing a lot. You know, with Metro Station, I didn't do this to try to be successful or make money or anything. And then it kind of motivated me because, you know, I never had something I was really good at. You know, I played sports as a kid and stuff, but with Metro Station, finally, like, girls thought I was cool, and, you know, I got to tour the world, and, you know, it was a good feeling. And so I realized with Ashland High, like, I don't want to do this just, you know, for fun. Of course I have fun doing it, but I want to do it, you know, to my highest potential, and, like, you know, just really be as great as I can at this. You know, I want to compete with the best artists out there, the Justin Biebers, you know, the Lady Gagas. Like, I want to be a pop artist that, you know, kind of takes over and travels the world. And like I said, with Metro Station, we did it for fun, and this is still for fun, but it's more of a business now. I'm trying to take it really serious. At first I was, you know, because, you know, everyone doubts themselves at first. I think it's only natural, but you know, just like the past few nights, you know, just seeing kids come to the show and like Ashland High shirts that they bought online, and just even a few kids, if they know the lyrics, you know, it's growing, like, maybe slowly, but it's growing, you know, and that's all I can ask for, you know. And honestly, people come to these shows and no one ever says to me like, oh, like, we wish Metro Station was here. Like, they're just happy to see me, you know. And so I just appreciate that. They realize that I'm still doing what I love. You know, I still throw in the Metro Station songs in the set, and I still do the Ashland High songs. You know, I'm not ashamed of the past, but, you know, I'm just trying to look forward to the future, you know, and Metro Station will always be a part of my life, and I'll always play Shake It and, you know, Control and songs like that, but, you know, Ashland High is definitely where I'll be for the rest of my life. I'll never, you know, if me and all the guys became best friends tomorrow, I wouldn't join back with the band, because, honestly, I want to do what I have fun doing, you know, and I want to have complete creative control. And, you know, I'm not trying to be selfish or greedy, but I feel like when you're an artist, it's like no one should tell Picasso how to paint a painting, you know? And this is my vision, and I'm living it to the fullest, you know? And even if it's never as successful as Metro Station, at least I'm doing what I want. And, you know, that's all I can ask for. Well, I don't want to get too into it, but, you know, me and Metro Station, we just didn't end on the best terms, you know, and I'm a strong Christian, and I'm all about forgiveness, and as soon as, you know, some of the guys in the band, if they just, you know, want to apologize or anything and we want to get back together, I forgive everyone who's ever wronged me in my life, you know, and I definitely can say I did everything with that band I could to make it successful, and I never wanted the band to end, you know, that was not my intention. So, you know, as soon as everyone wants to, you know, just admit their wrongs and, you know, just like be like, let's move forward in a positive way, and, you know, I'm sorry, and we can just make up, but that hasn't happened yet. So I can't really say that I would or would not until that happens. But if they were to do that and be men about it, I would definitely come back to it. Like I said, I'm all about forgiving people, but I can't forgive someone when they can ask to be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't feel like I really did anything wrong. I don't feel like I didn't want the band to split up. You know, I love Metro Station, and, you know, if it was up to me, we would still been together, you know. But, you know, band, it's like a girlfriend, you know. Some people think they're going to get married and they start fighting, you know what I'm saying? We thought we were going to last forever, and we started fighting like any other band, and, you know, it's what happens. You know, Metro Station was the thing of my childhood, I think. I started out when I was 17, and I think God wanted to put me there to lead me to where I'm at now. You know, I think I was meant to be a solo artist, but, you know, hopefully me and all the guys can be friends. That would be the ultimate goal. I don't like I don't like holding a grudge with anyone, you know, because I always like to be on a clean slate with everyone. You know, anyone who I've ever wronged or anyone who's wronged me, I've tried to always clear everything up with. And there's just still some unresolved things with Metro Station that, you know, not everyone can know about. But, you know, I think it'll be figured out one day when the time's right. But I still, like I said, I don't think I could ever picture me back with Metro Station, you know. But, you know, maybe one day if we'd all do a song together again, you know. Honestly, the one thing I would do if we did anything would be one day just do a reunion tour. But I couldn't picture us, like, you know, really going back in the studio and like, all right, let's make another album, you know, because we've all grown so much, you know. Like, Blake has a kid now, you know. Mason and Anthony, they're doing their separate things. I'm doing my own thing. Like, we're all off doing our own thing. But if we all four wanted to get together and do a reunion tour, I would consider that, because I feel like we're only giving the fans the songs we already gave them. You know, it's not like creating a new album, where that's a big process. You know, when you're writing songs and lyrics, like I said, it's kind of like painting a painting. You know, it's very emotional, and shows are more just fun. You know, you can just be hanging out and then play the show and rock out and then hang out after. You know, there's not as many emotions involved. You know, so that's kind of the only thing I see really happening. Hopefully in the future, maybe we never know. I'm not saying anything like that's gonna happen, but I'm saying I'd definitely be up for that. My favorite thing about my live shows now, like, my first show a couple nights ago was in Nashville. That's my hometown, and it was the first time that, like, I saw, like, half the crowd was just screaming the lyrics, you know, and it took me a while to be like, all right, people know who Ashland High is. They don't know, they're not coming because it's like me from Metro Station, because, you know, it's Cyrus. Like, they actually like Ashland High. They like my band. You know, this is my second tour. I did the last one, Breathe Carolina. It's good to see my hard work pay off. Like, that's like the most exciting thing, I guess you'd say. You know, and Breathe's cool. That was a good tour for us. I'm hoping we get to tour with Breathe again. And honestly, my goal would be me, Breathe, and Forever the Sickest Kids do a tour. I think, and honestly, a world tour, that would be sick, because the whole Breathe Carolina tour, I was telling them, like, we need to go to the UK together. We need to go to Europe, like, all this stuff, and Australia, because there's so many awesome places that, like, even those bands haven't gone that I've got to go to, and I've seen, like, how great the fans are over there. So, you know, I feel like the whole world needs to see this type of stuff, you know, that we just did. I'm not going to say I'm easy, but, you know, we're in a van this tour, you know, as long as I have my cell phone with me, that's the main thing. If I don't have, I'm the type of guy, if I don't have my cell phone, I'm freaking out immediately. I got to have my cell phone, and I'm really into hygiene, so just all my toothbrush, my body wash, my, you know, clean towel, like, everything. I just like to be clean. That's the main thing, you know. But I'm the type of guy, you know, I can wear the same type of jeans every tour, but if I don't have, you know, some face wash and some soap, like, and some shampoo, like, you know, I need that stuff. Like, sounds a little girly, I know, but I like to feel clean, you know, when I go on stage. And so that's the main thing, you know, toiletry, cell phone, and you know, a couple pair of jeans, a few shirts, and I'm good to go, honestly. Not too much. A lot of pop artists and bands in general are, like, willing to do that. You know, I kind of took the whole concept, because all these rappers, you know, people that I look up to, Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa, you know, people like that, you know, they're always just giving away free music. Like, they don't care, because they know they're going to release that in-store album and they're going to make money off that eventually, you know. And I kind of wanted to be the one pop artist that gave that to my fans, you know. I gave 11 free songs on Geronimo, and actually after this tour, I just talked to the producers, the Lost Boys, who did the Geronimo record, and I'm going to fly them back out to California, and we're about to release one more free online album and give it away to the fans for free, and then I'm going to just focus on the in-store album, because I just really want to build this fan base and let them know that, you know, I'm doing this because I love them. And there's going to be a point where I eventually need to start making money. But right now, it's like I'm doing okay. So as long as I'm doing okay, I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm trying to just give them as much free music until I can't do it anymore, until I'm like, all right, guys, like, please buy my record. You know, it's going to get to that point. But right now, it's to the point where I had so much success with Metro Station, and I sold more albums than I thought possible. You know, I made more money than I thought possible. So, you know, I took some of that money from Metro Station, and I've invested it in this new project, you know. So I hope people can see that, you know, I'm just trying to give them something that they kind of gave me. You know, they gave me a lot of success with Metro Station, so I'm trying to give them some in return. I'm excited to go to New York City on this tour, because Ashland High's never played New York City. And like I said, we played Nashville. I was very excited to play that, and that went very well, because I was like, you know, that's where I grew up and everything. But honestly, I really want to tour the West Coast. We haven't toured the West Coast yet. We're trying to book a West Coast tour after this. And but definitely on this tour with Forever the Sickest Kids, I'm probably most excited for NYC. You know, just it's a good major market. You know, and it'll be a different demographic for me to go get in touch with. I feel like. Yeah. Southern Made Hollywood Paid. Everything I do, even with Ashland High, I try to make it represent, I'm proud of being from the South, and Southern Made Hollywood Paid's about, growing up in a small town in the South, and then, going out to Hollywood and trying to make it big, And I feel like a lot of people have that dream of, trying to go out to LA or Hollywood and, like, be a big shot. And, I feel like I kind of did it in a way. I got songs on the radio, and I did things that a lot of people thought wasn't possible. So I feel like when other people wear Southern Made Hollywood Paid, maybe it can just give them a little inspiration, that like, I can do the same type of thing. It's just kind of about, fulfilling your dreams, that's what it's about to me. Design inspiration is very, I don't try to like have rules behind it. I try to have a lot of fun. The last line was called High as Fuck, actually. It was like, we just want to have more fun with it, because we're always concerned about like, oh, are like little girls gonna buy this? Are parents gonna buy it for them? And like finally I was like, you know what? I just want to make stuff that I would want to wear, and I'm a strong believer in cannabis. I like to smoke weed, and actually this tour I'm not smoking weed though. I'm trying to just, anything to help my voice, but still I'm not gonna lie, I love to do it. So the last line, was very just weed related and stuff like that. But every line's different, I don't try to stick, like I said, to any rules or anything. I'll get a notepad out with my drummer Johnny. He helps me with the clothing line. He has a clothing line called Kill Brand, and we'll just doodle and draw on, like, we'll be like, what do you think of this? And it's just something fun for me to do, because musically I take so serious, because it pays the bills, it gives me a living. So when I'm in the studio, I'm trying to like, all right, I want to write a hit song, I want to make this, the best song ever. With the clothing line, I'm not trying to be like, I'm trying to sell more shirts than Obey or something, I'm just trying to give the kids something edgy, cool, at an affordable price, so that's what I'm trying to do with SMHP. I'm Cyrus, also known as Ashland High, and you've just been Wonderstruck.